Hey guys, it's Jason, and I'm here with...
It's me, Katie.
And today, we're going to take a look at a new game from Gen Con called Picture Perfect. Picture Perfect is a game from Arcane Wonders. Plays 2 to 4 players in, what's that say? 45 minutes, which could be shorter, could be longer, depending on how quickly you play it. And this came out at Gen Con this year as one of our 3, not really blind buys, because we did actually try this one, but it's one of the 3 games we purchased. So we controlled ourselves, and we bought some games.
Right.
So Katie's going to tell you what this game kind of does, and then we'll go down to the table and take a look at it.
Okay, so this game really is more of a logic puzzle because the ultimate goal of the game is to take a picture that is perfect. And you do this by going through envelopes that show all the different characters that you have. I think there are 12?
I'm trying to think how many spaces there are on the table. I don't know.
I don't know. There are 12-ish characters, including a plant and a dog.
There's more than 10. There's less than 20.
Right. That you're arranging around a table. And each character maybe wants to be next to a certain person, or they want to be in the back, or they don't want to show their face, or they don't want anyone standing in front of them. And so you have these cards that, these envelopes with each of the different characters on there that contains 3 cards kind of dictating their desires. So you're trying to move them around. The problem is you don't have all the cards. You're going to get chances to see them as the rounds progress. Maybe. So you're trying to figure out, okay, where can I put this person that allows me to get most of their cards fulfilled? Because if you fill all 3 cards, you get 6 points, which is awesome. But if you don't fulfill any of their desires on the card, you get -3 points. And that can be a real bummer in this kind of tight
Or
game.
maybe -6 points, which we'll show you in the playthrough. Could happen.
Right. So that's the basic overview. Let's go to Jason and see how it's played.
All right, so here's a game of Picture Perfect, all set up for 2 players. To set up, you're going to give each player one of these tables. There's 2 of each kind of table. And one of these floors. There's 2 kinds. There's this kind and this kind. So I've already just kind of randomized it so you can see some different kinds. Each player is also going to get a VIP card, which we'll go into in a minute. And all of these characters they can just have them off to the player area so they know, they can use them. They'll also have a player screen, which I'm not going to keep up, but it's going to look like this. They're going to have a player screen that's going to have a really nice background on it to go like this, so everyone else cannot see what you're doing at your table. But the cool thing about this player screen is it's also going to work as a scoring and show you how you score, which is pretty awesome. So we'll just keep that off to the side. Know that everything we're doing here would not be able to be seen by the other players. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take all of these envelopes with the characters' pictures on them, and you're going to take 3 cards, which are going to look something like this. They're going to have this back, and they're going to have random things that need to happen. But I'm not going to go into that right now. But you're going to take 3 of each of these cards and put it in each of these. You're going to shuffle them, and then in a 2-player game, you're going to give each player 5, which I've done. You're going to put 4 out in the middle. Then you're going to shuffle the round cards. There's 6 rounds in this game. In a 2-player game, you're going to use the ones that have the 2 and the players. And you can just shuffle that and set that off to the side. So we can use that as we go. All right, so what you're trying to do in this game is you're trying to get your people placed around the table in the perfect way to score the highest amount of points for that character. So each character may want to stand next to other characters. They may want to stand in the back. They may want to stand in the front. They may want to not be next to certain people, that kind of thing. So we're trying to maximize as many of these people getting exactly what they want as we can. Everybody can't get everything. It's not possible. So you got to pick and try to do the best you can with what you got. So the way that works is each round we're going to take our envelopes and we're going to put the people out on the board according to what they want. We're going to be shuffling with each other. We're going to be shuffling with the middle based on what these cards are going to tell us at the end of the round. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with this lady right here. She's the sample that I put out, so she doesn't want to be next to guys. She wants to be next to this girl and this little boy. So let's go ahead and do this. So we'll put the girl here and the little boy here. Actually, I'm not going to put the little boy there because she doesn't want to be next to boys. So I will be happy with that. So that's going to give me 3 points because I've met 2 of her 3 criteria. I'm done with her. Then we'll go to the plant. The plant wants to be in the back row and the front row. Not possible, so it's not going to be able to accomplish the high amount of points. So because you only ever do 2 of these 3 things. And it wants to be next to this fella. So let's go ahead and put the plant here. And we will I'll put it over here. Put the plant here and we'll put it next to that guy. Where's the guy? This guy right here. All right, and then we'll do this. Put this back in there, done. And then we will do the dog. The dog wants to be at the table, away from the table. So both of those are not possible. And Dylan wants to make sure no one sees that face, that lady's face. I'm actually going to put the dog back here in the corner, away from the table. So I'll at least score 1 point for that. Then we're going to do this lady right there. She wants to stand in the 4th row, stand next to the plant, and don't want anyone standing in front of her. So let's put her right here. All right, done. She's in the 4th row. That's at least a point. All right, then we'll go to this guy. He wants to stand next to the guy in the wheelchair, the lady in the blue, and in the right side. So let's move the plant over here because I know the plant needs to be over here. Move this guy, and then we'll grab the lady in blue. She's going to go right there. All right, because remember, this character doesn't want to be next to male characters. So done. All right. Notice we also have a VIP card. If we think we're going to get maximum points for someone, we can take that VIP card. So I'll just go ahead and stick it in with this guy. Take that VIP card and stick it in there. Now, this character is going to score double for everybody. So if someone doesn't see this and they get -3 points, they're going to get -6. So the VIP doubles it. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. They've done everything they're going to do. I'm not going to do their character. I just want to focus on this one. Then what we're going to do is we're going to show one of these cards. So what this means is both players simultaneously take 1 envelope from the other player. So what we would do here, shuffle, hold the cards out sort of like this, and then the other player will take this one, and I'll just go ahead and take this one from them. And then they took the dog. And I got this one, this guy. So none of my other ones are going to be changing, so I'm not going to mess with those cards. So now in this round, I'm only going to focus on this one, this guy right here, because he's my new card. So where does he want to be? He wants to be next to this kid, this lady, and this guy. So where is he? Right here. He doesn't have much other criteria, so let's just go do this. I'll put him here. I'll get this guy here and this lady here. All right, done. And that's how the game's going to keep going. You're going to do 6 rounds. So, you know, when everybody's done with this, we'll flip this next card. We'll dance. We do what this card says. Then we'll do this card. And we're going to keep going till all these cards have been done. Then we're going to reveal all the characters. So we take all the cards out of these and we score them. So the way scoring works is you're going to take your little player board here. I'll try to put it over here so you can see it. You're going to take this board, and then we're going to score. I'll just score one so you can see it. So let's go ahead and score my my VIP. You're going to take all the cards out, and then you're going to score them. So we got the VIP, so he's worth double. He wants to stand on the right side. He's standing on the right side. Stand next to the girl in blue. He's standing next to the girl in blue. And he wants to stand next to the guy in the wheelchair. He's not doing that, so he'll get 3 times 2. He'll get 6 points. So you'll take your marker and do this. And that is how the game plays. If you didn't get any of it, you lose points. See that? You get 1, you get 1, you get 2, you get 3. All 3 of them, you get 6. If you didn't put the person out on the table at all, which you may want to do to avoid the 3, you can do that. It doesn't score. And there's a variant where there's dishes you can put on the table. It's like an auction. If you have 2 dishes, is worth a point. And whoever has the most points is the winner. That's how you play Picture Perfect. Let's go at the top. See what we think about it. All right, well, that was Picture Perfect. Not a great how to play because, I mean, it's hard to simulate all that stuff with one player doing it, but you get the gist. So you're putting your people around the table accordingly to try to score, like Katie already said, up at the top. And hopefully you can get points for everybody. Hopefully. I'm not very good at it. I only showed you a couple rounds, and if we ended there, I probably would have been fine. But as it goes on, I'm going to get worse and worse and worse. So that's how the game plays. So what do you think about this one? This is the one that you were actually kind of interested in. We talked about it on the podcast.
If you haven't checked out episode 185-ish, around there, our Gen Con preview, you'll hear me talk about this game.
And so we wanted to demo it, so we demoed it to see what it was about, and we clearly liked it because we bought it. So what do you think about this?
Well, that's the funny thing, is going in, I thought this was a deduction game. So I thought, oh, there's envelopes with hidden information. That's Clue. That's my baby. And once it started being explained, I was like, I have no idea how this game plays. And then it's more like a logic puzzle. We did these puzzles in a class I was in when I was a kid called Mind Benders, where it's like, oh, what pet belongs to what student?
What class was that again? Was that a Smart Kids class?
It was a Smart Kids class. It was called STP, Scholastically Talented People.
Sorry, I always give her a hard time about this, so I wanted to put it on the video for everybody else to see.
Now you all know. So it wasn't a Smart Kids class. We did Mind Benders. It was like in second grade. So you had to like figure out who had what pet and what the pet liked to eat or something. So it would be like different boxes, and they'd give you clues like Omar's pet has wings, but it isn't a bird, or Omar's pet eats corn, and has 4 legs, and you have to try and logically figure it out. That's what this game is like for me.
Wow, that sounds terrible. This game's way better than that.
No, it was really fun. That was like one of my favorite things we did in the class.
It sounds fun.
It was really fun. And so once I figured that out, I was like, oh, okay, this is one big logic puzzle. Sudoku lovers, that kind of thing. This is a good game for them. My sister, the accountant, I think she'd really like this game because she likes that logic approach. For me, it has a really cool theme laid over the logic, and the components are really awesome. Now, we have these acrylic people that are upgraded components.
Acrylic, that's the word. Yeah, okay. I was thinking plastic. I knew it wasn't plastic. It was a better word.
It's plastic.
All right, you got it.
With stands, which are really nice. But even the cardboard ones, it's still nice to see physical people that you're putting around a physical 3-dimensional table, which I think is really cool. If I had to figure out the logic without the 3D components, I think it would be even harder. So I think that's really nice that you can like see squares where they all fit.
Little chits would be terrible.
Yeah, it would be hard. Even with cubes, I think it would be really hard.
Yeah.
So I love that. Also, there's stuff that they don't even need to do, like these player screens. I love the art on the back of these.
These are the best player screens in any game that I've ever played.
They're nice and thick, and so obviously they're hiding how you're setting up your people, which, I mean, I don't know that I want somebody else's help, but the artwork is so lovely, and just you're thematic, like, okay, we're setting up a picnic, at the beach. Like, this is, they're very, I feel like these landscapes.
Is this the best one? Oh, no.
Yeah, these landscapes especially are very Monet-esque,
they're really nice.
Which I think adds to kind of the ambiance of playing.
But they're also score sheets.
Right, and they're also super functional.
Which is awesome at the end of the game.
Yeah, you finish arranging it, then you take down your screens like you're going to do anyway, and then you use this to track your score, and then also shows you how you're scoring. I like that functionality of it as well as the beauty of it. Because then for me, this also lends to a little bit of storytelling. Like, oh, the bratty kid wants to be in the back and wants to bother the dog. Or, I know, Jason doesn't do that.
It doesn't do that at
all. So for me, when we played it, at first I was like, oh, that wasn't what I thought. But it was kind of fun. And we walked away and walked around the rest of the exhibit hall at Gen Con, and by the end I was like, we have to go buy that game.
It lingers with you. It does.
It does. And it's not like any other game I think we own at all. Which
That's for sure.
is a cool novelty, true. But it appeals to that puzzly side of a lot of people, your logical thinkers. But it's also like you get to play with these 3D components, so it's not super abstract either.
Yeah, and you've played this more than me. I've only played it with you once and the Gen Con demo. Mm-hmm. You've played it like 3 times.
4 times.
4 times. So I will actually let you give this the rating. But I agree with everything Katie said. It's great. It's fun. It burns your brain a little bit, actually.
It does. Because it's not hard. You're moving pieces around.
Yeah.
But trying to get, okay, the dog wants to be next to this one, but this woman can't be next to a man.
And then you got to keep some of them where they are because you have your VIP in there and it's going to score 12 points, but you're going to not get any for this other person.
But you might have given that envelope away.
Yeah, right.
And
or
so
it could have gotten taken from you.
Or taken, and so you don't remember exactly where they wanted to be.
Yeah.
And so can I move them now? I like it. I would say definitely 4 out of 5 wrenches. Absolutely.
Okay,
4.5 maybe even.
4.5, that's high. Okay, so what we do here, we do the 10 for BGG, we have 5 wrenches. So a 4 out of 5 is a 9 out of 10. on BGG, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's
So
good.
that is BGM accepted. Seal somewhere around here.
What?
So we like this. I would agree with Katie. I might not give it a 9, but she's played it more than me, so her rating is the rating. So yeah, this is a good game. And if you have a chance to get it or even play it, definitely play it. If you're a fan of abstract games, puzzle games, thinky games, interesting games with some cool in-game scoring even, check it out because it is awesome. It's really fun. Way different than anything that we have, like 400 games, and it's different than every single one of them. So that in itself is a highlight for me of this game. So good game.
Do you want me to back down my rating? 8.5? I don't know.
No, you can keep it at 9. It's fine. It's your rating.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah. All right, so that is Picture Perfect from Arcane Wonders. I'm Jason.
I'm still Katie.
And as always,
Keep gaming ready.